Before I try a fade out effect, I just want to quickly modify how fast those papers show before this paper disappears. It's just staying on the screen a bit too long for me. So it was on the collect script, distance sphere, collect script. Oh, look, they're local variables. I've made it vocal. Alright, let's just take this out and make it a public global variable. Paper sound. Let's put it here. Public variable scale time max. How fast the paper disappears. That's what I'm modifying here. If I change it in the inspector, it's going to do absolutely nothing. I'm not going to reset the script. Although, no, I've just made it global. It wasn't there before, so there we go. The scale time of max 1.5, so the paper should disappear a lot quicker now. Yeah, so you probably could even put it to 1 second. That's still quicker than what I had it. Alright, that's good enough. Now, I want to try and play around with this mouse camera look script. After every time, immediately, it's just loading the level straight away. I want to do like a screen fade out effect before that happens. So I'm going to have to set up another plane object with a material to do that. Okay. So before calling the application, I could call a function that runs stuff. Okay, let's put a variable in here first. It's going to be a private one. I just want to leave it so I can see it working in the inspector. So if we are fading, we don't want to do any of this further raycast stuff because we could muck everything up. So close that off down there. I should have put this part in first. If not fading, then go ahead and do all the raycast button stuff. Okay, so I need to create a function that fades and then loads level. Okay, fade and load level. Now the first thing I'm going to do is set this fading to true. Okay, and this is going to be called by all of these. So let's pass the level as a string to the name. Okay, so I'm going to fade out. And we're going to load the level down here. So it's application load level. We're going to load the level that this function is fed as a string. Okay, application load level, the level that we were sent. So how do we call this? Okay, instead of application load level, we're going to call the function. As you see, the parameter of the function, we're going to pass in the name of the level. Space this out so it's a bit easier to read. Okay, so instead of loading the level, we're going to call fade and load level. Okay, there's nothing there. Fade and load level options when it's there. Where else? Instead of application load level gain, we're going to call that function to fade out, then load the level gain. Okay, so far there should be no change to the functionality. Instead of application being called up here, the function is called passing the string of the level. So we pass the string of the level, all I do is change fading to true and then load the level. So currently there is no change to how the whole thing works. Let's go to, so I can see it quickly. Okay, main menu, bang, it begins. So there's no change whatsoever so far. Again, I'm going to put all this in like a dirty while yield loop kind of thing that you should never really do. Okay, fade out. Let's create a global variable fade time 1.5 seconds, I guess. And let's have a private. Let's just call it timer. Getting too confusing with all those names. Okay, so here let's just go while timer is less than the fade time. So while that's true, this is going to keep happening. At the end we need to put a yield, and let's put a plus. Okay, let's first increment the timer. And then what are we going to do with that? We've got to do the whole same thing as a static, the whole fade, change the color of the alpha of the renderer material. Okay, so we need the fade object. Let's just store the renderer component. Yeah, let's just store the renderer component, that way we can call it straight away. Renderer.material, fade object.material. So I have a fade time and a 0. So what was the calculation again? Bar fade amount type float is going to equal. So we have the timer. It's incrementing 0 to 1. 0 to 1 can send it to black. So I just, all I need to do is do timer divided by fade time. Divided by fade time. And then we can say the fade object, which is the typecast to the renderer material. So that's renderer.material.color equals color fade amount. So we should fade to black. Now am I going to do the alpha? That's a point. I'm fading in the alpha. That is going to send it to black as well. So, hey, whatever color it is, it'll change it to black. Color. Let's see if there's any compilation errors there. Okay, let's try and set it up in the lost mind. So I need to create another plane. I never use them. So this is going to be the fade object. Make it a chart camera so we can zero it out. I think it was something like that. Yeah, then I just need to rotate it. I really dislike using planes. That's all what's going on. It's all out of whack. so if I rotate on the Z on the right, it's going to be 270. Yeah. 270. And then let's just get it to fill the screen. Oops. One away. Okay, so that title is closer than that. Let's put you there then. Okay, so there's the fade object. Okay, at the start, I'm going to set this to invisible. So that's 0, 0, 0. Now let's just hit play and see if I've got this right or I'm totally wrong. Ah, we haven't found it. Alright, start. If no fade object equals game object find fade object renderer, because we want to typecast and store that as a renderer component. Object find. Black, but it hasn't. Ah, you know why? Because I haven't given it a material, and I haven't given it a material with an alpha channel. Okay, so transparent, diffuse. Now it has an alpha channel. Let's give that to the fade object. So it has material with a transparent. That should now disappear. There we go, it disappears. So when we select something, and look, I've left the collider on it. Remove collider. It's killing my raycast. Save the scene. Okay, so that disappears. I do a raycast. Oh, it's already starting to work. Okay, that's pretty much what I wanted it to do. Except we have to do it for all the scenes, so it doesn't break. It does fade to white though. Okay. We want it to fade to black. So all those, it must be 1 for white. And black, so it's 1.0 minus the fade amount to bring it to black. And the alpha's going the right way. Okay, I think we should start it at black. Yeah. 1.0, so yeah, let's just start it at black and fade it in, because it seems to be doing something weird going from white to black. We could even do it on the object we're setting. We're hard setting the color anyway, so we should be able to see that happen there. Play. Color's gone to black anyway. Fade out. Okay, nice. So I just need to create the same object on all the other scenes. Geez, it'd be nice if I could trick and do something here. I haven't made prefabs of anything else. Let's just look at those settings. So it's 0.6 away. It's 0.6 away. Main menu. Oh, it's just lose. No, that is lose. Okay. Create plane. Child 0, 0.6 away. 270 rotation. 0. 1.2 scale. 1 drive. Doesn't even need to be scaled, I suppose. So the same for the scene when. And where's that material? Fade object material. Save the scene. So the same thing should happen here. No, what died? Ah, it's called plane. Fade object. I'm working too quick for myself. Save the scene. Go on. Main menu. Look, same thing again. It's got a collider. It's killing my raycast. Save the scene. Main menu, and the main menu is the only one that doesn't have it yet. So, main menu, create a plane. Let's rename it. Objects. I didn't name it because I was trying to remember those numbers, which I hope was 0.6. 270 on the rotation, and it's got to be a child of the camera before I do that. Okay, 0.6, 270, 0, 0.2. I'm just making these numbers up. Right, so now on the main, and also we need to remove the collider. Give it the material with the fade. Now let's save that scene, hit play, begins. Okay, well, gosh, how can we make it better? Start off as black, but you can see it gets set to black as soon as it starts. But even, yeah, do that test again, let's make it bright red. As soon as I hit play, it becomes black. Now, it's because I'm fading it as well. Alright, let's just leave it black for the whole thing. Gosh, I'm a noob. I'm so silly sometimes. I'm fading it right here. Where are you? There, I'm changing the color. What I want to do is change the alpha. So if I set the alpha for black with 0. Color. Alright, complete stuff up. Let's just do color.alpha. .a equals the fade amount. That's all I need to do. Just fade the alpha, not do anything else to the color. Set the color to black at the start. Set this to red. Play. That's not the main color. If we look on there, material color is black. Now I hit begins. Color should stay. That's what we want. Just let the alpha, not the color. So that's pretty much it now. Let's see what's happening. We have a main menu, hit it begins, it fades to black, and then the scene loads. We're off in the scene. Let's collect 8 papers. And I made it. It's a bit harsh how it suddenly comes in. But I do like the fade out on the menus now. It's nice. Alright, let's get him up close and use one. Right behind a tree. Okay, now let's do something special for the lose scene. I know that people have been asking, they want the static render to be showing and then the face of the enemy to appear through the static. So let's try to see if I can get that to happen next.